welcome to the ID Talk podcast. My name is Peter Counter, and I'm the editor-in-chief of FindBiometrics and Mobile ID World. Today on the podcast, I am pleased to present a special conversation between FindBiometrics Director of Digital Media and Events, Doug OGorden, and two leaders of Hummingbirds AI, Director of Growth, Gregg Stein, and company founder and CEO, Nima Schei. OGorden caught up with Hummingbirds earlier this year at CES in Las Vegas, and in this special episode of ID Talk, he reconnects with Schei and Stein in order to recap the event highlights and dig into some of the exciting things the company has underway, including Guacamole ID, a biometrics-powered workplace privacy platform which was officially announced at CES this year. It's a fascinating conversation with one of the most intriguing players in our industry, so without further ado, here it is. FindBiometrics' Doug OGorden in conversation with Hummingbirds AI's Nima Schei and Gregg Stein, right here on ID Talk.
Hi, FindBiometrics listeners. Doug OGorden here, Media Director and Events at FindBiometrics. I am talking with Gregg Stein and Nima Schei. We met at the CES show. We're doing our post-CES show wrap-up. Gregg is the leading the growth at Hummingbirds, and Nima Schei is the founder and CEO. Guys, say hello.
Hello. Hey, Doug.
Hi.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Thanks
lots
for
of
having
fun.
us.
We all got back safely.
Yes.
CES was great, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. Gregg, how
Well,
was it?
it was really interesting. I've been going to CES for like 20 years or something, and this show is definitely different. Okay, it was definitely different. There weren't a lot of the big companies there and the way that they were there historically, but what's amazing is seeing the level of innovation across many different categories, around the show. And for us in particular, at Hummingbirds AI, we were able to interact. I mean, people like you, Doug, we were able to sit down and talk and have that one-on-one FaceTime and really, get to know each other and really dig deep. So it was a meaningful show for us, not only in the number of people that we met with, but the quality of the people that we were able to meet with, ranging from, we met with folks, right, Nima, from the U.S. government to some financial institutions to even some large corporates and partners. Really exciting moment for us.
Yeah, and the theme of the show, I think, was mobility and wearables, and what you guys are doing is all about the kind of being mobile and making sure your privacy and you are who you say you are, or
That's right.
you're making sure that you're safe electronically. And maybe that's a good segue just into Nima. What were you showing at CES? What was your highlight of showcase?
Yes. So we introduced Guacamole ID officially during CES, which we got quite a lot of interest from every sorts of organizations, small size, large size, medium size, and all of them have one thing in common. They want to know their information is protected in the devices that they send to their employees. So basically, Guacamole ID is a platform that continuously makes sure that there is always the right person in front of the computer, and nobody that is not authorized try to sneak peek to the information that is on the screen. So you can imagine that from financial institution to education to government, it was resonating with their plans for securing their computers.
And your software works on their hardware, so it's seamless, right?
Exactly. So the software is working with any computer and with any webcams that are in the market.
Great. And I think going to your website, you've got all this information highlighted. That's where I think people can really get into the meat and potatoes of what you're doing. It's hard to do on this station, or on this format. But why do you think that's an important factor in moving forward with security?
Absolutely. So in terms of security, 82% of the people in the security industry, especially cybersecurity, think that visual hacking, which happens by somebody looking over your shoulder, is an important threat. So we are protecting the computers against any sorts of visual hacking, people that look over the shoulder to see your PIN code. But not only that, you mentioned CES. John Deere introduced a very cool self-driving tractor that we all loved it. But Too Simple, a company that introduced self-driving trucks. What happens if somebody that is having access to that mobile phone that can operate a 100 tons tractor, now that cell phone is in the hands of an unauthorized person? A child can now operate that device. So by continuously making sure the right person is in front of the computer or the device, we make sure that the right person is able to operate those devices.
Sure. And I think we're right at the beginning of that, and it's going to be small, medium, and enterprise, and it's going to be consumer and business. It's going to be really interesting to see how this goes.
Yes.
We just had a research report that was on our website yesterday that said the facial biometric ID market's going to go from 15 billion in the next 5 to 7 years. It'll go fivefold. It'll be in the $100 billion range.
Absolutely. It's a huge market. We aim to democratize access to biometrics to every organization. And hopefully we will see a day that we have one Guacamole platform in each computer on the planet.
Yep, and that's the future, and the not too distant future. I would agree with you on that. What's the best way for us to get a hold of you, Gregg, if somebody wants to know more about Hummingbirds AI and then the products that you guys
it's
software
really
selling?
easy. I mean, there's two places you can go. You can go to hummingbirds AI, or you can go to guacamole.ai, or if you want to reach out directly, you can reach out to Gregg at hummingbirds.ai or Nima at hummingbirds.ai. Super easy. And we'd love
simple.
to talk. Love to talk.
Yeah, and that was awesome. Glad you made it back home safely from CES, and see you at the next show, guys.
You too. Thank you so much, Doug.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks for the opportunity.
And so concludes our interview with Nima Schei, founder and CEO of Hummingbirds AI, and Gregg Stein, the company's Director of Growth. To learn more about the topics discussed in this episode, please visit hummingbirds.ai or guacamole.ai. And for all of the latest news, interviews, and information on our upcoming virtual events, stay posted to FindBiometrics.com. I would like to thank Nima and Gregg for joining us on today's episode, and thank you to Doug OGorden for conducting the interview. Our podcast theme music is by Logomrad. I have been your host, Peter Counter. Until next time, stay secure and stay safe.